Hi there, my name is Ron Parrish and I'm here in this beautiful tropical forest of Indonesia. I actually live in Indonesia and I get to walk through this forest quite often. But today I'm really excited about getting to tell you about the idea of spiritual exercises. I've written a book about it recently and I just want to tell you about it and then explain what spiritual exercises are. It's called Building Your Spiritual Core, 101 Creative Ways to Connect with God. And someone asked me recently, how long did it take you to write this book? Well, honestly, over 40 years. Why? Because over 40 years ago, I became a follower of Jesus and I began to be attracted to how men and women who encounter God, who experience His love, how they do it. How do they pray? How do they read the Bible? How do they interact with God in such a way that they grow in their faith and they become witnesses of His love and His glory? And so I began to experiment with these and apply them to my own life. I began to study ancient devotional masters, followers of Jesus from other centuries. And I began to apply them and I began to practice them. And what I found is my devotional life, my daily times of prayer were deeply satisfying. Not because of what I'm saying, not because of what I'm doing, but I'm positioning myself for God to reveal His love to me. And so in the book that I've written, I've compiled these. I've compiled 101. And they're lumped into categories like cultivating gratitude and expressing our love to God and building our faith, to have more faith to ask for greater things. And exercises like that help us deal with the guilt and shame of our failures. Exercises that bring us greater freedom from anxiety and worship, and exercises that help us listen. Exercises that bring us joy, and exercises that help us pray the Bible and literally put ourselves in the narrative of the Bible and encounter it. So I'm here today not just introducing this book, and although you can find it on Amazon.com under Ron Parrish, and I have a website called ronparrish.com. But the big deal is I want you to begin to incorporate into your life these kinds of exercises. Now let me give you two analogies of why they're called exercises. The first is they're exercises because it's more than just us passively receiving, say, the insights of some great author and their devotions every day, and you read those and you meditate on them. That's only one kind of exercise. There are literally dozens, maybe hundreds of more ways that we can actually engage God in a conversation. We can actually engage the Bible in such a way that we experience the thing that we're reading. And so it's like you want to be fit. Well, we can live our lives and be fit, but we're really fit when we focus on building certain muscles. 14 years ago, I wanted to compete in a triathlon. So I contacted my friend Jeff and said, Jeff, help me prepare for a triathlon. And Jeff then proceeded to give me 13 core building exercises that worked on the core of my body. And I thought, what are you doing here? This isn't increasing my endurance. And he said, Ron, you will thank me for it. And sure enough, after doing these core building exercises that worked on my abdomen, my glutes, and my lower back, I found myself a lot stronger to be able to swim, to bike, to run. Now, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about building our faith. Let me give you one more example. My wife and I have had a wonderful marriage for 41 years, but it's because we work at it. And how we work at it is we go to marriage training on occasion. We read marriage books, and we can get information about marriage. We can hear good lectures about marriage. But what works for us is to hear an idea, to be challenged with a way of interacting, then take time and literally interact, communicate, listen, and share our hearts, pour out our hearts to each other, and practice that skill, and thus our marriage is enhanced. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about skills that you and I can develop in which we position ourselves to encounter the living God and to know Him and to have our faith built up and to live a life deeply satisfied in Him and experience Him not just on Sunday mornings and not just in the morning over coffee and reading our Bible or our devotional book, but we can encounter Him throughout our days through applying these kind of exercises. I can't wait to tell you about it. There'll be a whole series that I want to talk about exercises that I've done for years, some that are new to me actually, and some that I do once every 6 months, and yet they enhance my relationship with God. Because it's really not about a book. It's really not about exercises. It's about a person. His name is Jesus Christ. And He rose from the dead. He's alive. He's present in His Spirit or through His Spirit, and He wants to reveal Himself to us. And so I'm going to lead you through some practical ways. Some are 15 minutes long, some are 30 minutes long, some are an hour long. Some may take you over a series of weeks to complete. But I want to give you some examples of those, both through these videos as well as my book. God bless you.